When you just let back and let a man chase and pursue you, you get to enjoy the relationship in the way that you are meant to enjoy the relationship. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me in another video. I am so excited to see you. And today we are discussing how to be high value while dating and how to maintain a high value relationship when you find your partner. So struggle love and high value do not go hand in hand. We are done with struggle love. We are not looking for that. We are not attracted to that. And we are not attracting that anymore. We are getting rid of it and we are maintaining high value relationships, fun relationships, loving relationships, and we're attracting partners who want to spoil us, partners who want to treat us with respect, treat us with kindness, and treat us in accordance to the high value women that we are. So with this video, I will divide it into two parts. And the first part, I will talk about how to be high value while dating so you can attract a high value partner. And then in the second half of the video, I will speak on how to maintain a high value relationship, the things that you should do to keep the relationship high value and to keep the relationship exciting. So with the first part, being high value while looking for a partner and during the dating process. The first thing is to know your boundaries. I know I speak about this a lot, but it's just truly important that you know your boundaries, that you know who you are, because when you know what you will or what you will not tolerate, when you know what you deserve and the things that you do not deserve, it will make the dating process so much easier and it will make finding your ideal partner a lot easier. And also, when you know your boundaries, you are not likely to settle. High value women are not settling in relationships that are not good for them. They're not settling for partners who do not know how to treat them right and who do not treat them in the way that they deserve to be treated. When you know your worth, you value your self-respect, you value maintaining your morals, you value finding a partner who loves you the way you need to be loved, you will find it so easy to walk away and not settle for people who are bringing anything less than what you deserve. So why I wanted to start with knowing your boundaries is that it also makes you be patient during the dating process, and you're not settling for people just because you want to be in a relationship, but instead you are patient because you know that you're looking for what you deserve, and you know that in the patience and being selective with finding a partner, you will find the person who respects your boundaries, the person who loves you enough to obey your boundaries, to respect them, and you will actually find your true match because you will have the patience to find someone who you share the same values with, someone who you share the same morals with. And when you are aligned with your partner, it makes dating so much easier. It makes dating this person a lot easier because you don't have to be controlling. You don't have to be frustrated because this person is not doing something that you want or whatever it may be. So knowing who you are, knowing your boundaries is so important. And that is what will make you high value. When you're someone who is not settling, because men can tell when you're settling. When you are someone who is not settling and you're able to walk away, that increases your value. And a lot of men respect a woman who knows herself and a woman who respects and values herself enough to walk away. Now, on something that I do want to say on boundaries is that do not reveal so much about yourself at once, especially during the dating period, because men are pursuers. Men love to chase. They're hunters. It's what they do. It's in their nature. So when you reveal too much at once, when you reveal a lot in the beginning, it does not give room to chase because the person already knows the outcome. So that takes the fun out of the chase because they already know the outcome. They already know what to do. And it's like, I didn't have to work as hard to get that information. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. So for example, let's say that you've met someone and you're still exchanging text messages, or if it's a dating app, you're exchanging messages on there. And one of the questions that he asks you is, what would make the perfect first date for you, or what would make a date special for you? Typically, you would be inclined to reveal everything because, you want him to give you exactly that thing. But what I mean by not revealing everything is if you give the response of, I'll know when I see it, and you just smile, that is so exciting because it encourages the man to think and to plan and to try to do so many things to try to get you happy, to try to get you excited, to try to make you see that he is the special special guy that you should give your time, your attention, and that you should date. So when you give the exact answer, he will give you exactly that. But when you say, I'll know when I see it, it gives him a chance to try this idea, try that idea. And on top of that, you will be on his mind because he will constantly be thinking of how to chase you, how to pursue you, how to make you happy. And that is how you stand out in a man's mind. And that is how you make yourself high value, because you're allowing him to do things to make you happy. And you're in your feminine element where you're receiving all his effort. You're receiving everything that he is doing to make you happy, and be grateful and show your appreciation and just enjoy the process of being chased and receiving. And that is what will make dating fun. So the next thing is to get into dating with a clear vision. Know what it is that you are looking for in a partner and be so clear with what it is that you want and as detailed as you can be. And the reason that I love this point is that when you're able to recognize red flags versus green flags, you know who to walk away from, and you know who to give another chance and who to take time getting to know on a deeper level. And also, I do want to say, when I speak of having a clear vision, I'm not talking about the superficial stuff like wanting, I don't know, somebody with long curly hair or whatever it is. I'm speaking about what you want on a deep level, the type of healthy, loving relationship that you want. If you want a man that will take you on weekly dates, that is something that is important to you, and you know that that is what you're looking for. If you want a man that has healthy communication, that will not shut down or that will not seek vengeance every time there's an argument or whatever it may be, you know to look for that. This is when you find out if a man has good communication skills, and you will get to know a man's values and morals by asking questions of substance, and that will help you make a decision. The questions that you ask would lead you to know if somebody is a red flag versus a green flag. And when you have your clear focus, you know that you are not going to tolerate red flags, not even for a little bit. You will walk away immediately in the moment that you recognize a red flag. So the next way to be high value while dating is to take yourself seriously. And with this, I don't mean taking yourself seriously where you're so stern, there's lines, you don't want to go outside the box. I just mean you take yourself seriously in that you're not dating in ways that make you ruin your reputation. So this means that you take time to reflect on what it is that you want out of the dating process. Are you still in a healing stage? And this means that you should maybe take time to heal before you get into the dating pool. Or are you looking for something that's not serious? Because that will reflect in the way that you carry yourself during the dating process. And also, when you know that you're not looking for something serious, you will not waste the time of a guy that is looking for something serious. So knowing what it is that you want is also a form of respect for another person's time. It's a form of respect for another person's emotions, because don't drag somebody into something if you are not truly ready to date. And also, when you take yourself seriously and you know that you are dating for marriage, you will carry yourself differently, because the saying goes, you are a wife before you are a wife. And that means the things that you do, the way you will speak, the way you will dress will be so different, because you are looking for someone who is going to be your husband, and you will not take a chance ruining a potential partner that could be your husband by carrying yourself in a not so serious way, you know? And when you are dating for marriage, you're trying to find someone that is a husband material. It's so important the way that you carry yourself, the things that you do, because if you are given the impression of, I am a girl that's just a good time, I am a girl that's here for just a fun time, that is how you will be treated, and that is the reputation that you will have. And you do not want to carry that behavior around someone that is an ideal partner to be a husband in the future. And the reason that I added this is because when you're high value, you're also aware of what you're posting on social media. So if you were dating to be a potential wife, you will be careful about posting things like bikini pictures, lingerie pictures, risky pictures. You will be careful, because if you go with the concept of I am a wife before I am a wife, most wives in happy marriages are not posting risky pictures, or they're not carrying themselves in a way where they're showing too much. They're just not representing their husband or their family in the best light. Observe women who are in healthy marriages and try to take notes of the things that they do, how they carry themselves. And again, I want to emphasize women who are in healthy, happy marriages. And the reason that I included this point is because once upon a time, I was watching a dating show on YouTube, and I watched a few episodes, but in one of the episodes I watched, the guy mentioned, if my mom does not approve improve your Instagram, I cannot date you. And there were a lot of girls that you could tell from the look on their face, they eliminated themselves. They knew they were eliminated because of the things that they're posting. And that is why I am repeating, if you take yourself seriously while dating and you know that you are dating to be a wife, you are a wife before you are a wife. Watch how you carry yourself during the dating period, and even when you don't have anybody that you're dating. Watch how you carry yourself. Be high value to get a high value relationship, to get a high value marriage. And the fourth way to be high value during the dating process is to be selective with who you date. We touched on this a little bit in the beginning, but when you know your boundaries, when you know what you are looking for, you have a clear focus in what you want in the dating process, you will be very selective with who you give your time and your energy to. Time is limited, time is a precious resource, and we're not going to waste time dating people who are not serious, dating people who are unhealed, dating people or entertaining people who are not in their healthy masculine. We will not waste time doing that. So when you are selective, you avoid putting yourself in situations that will hurt you, you avoid putting yourself in situations that will harm you. And I love this point because it is your responsibility to protect your heart. And when you walk around with that mindset, you are not easily accessible to people that you should not even be entertaining because they don't match your values. They don't match what it is that you want out of dating. They are unhealed. They are low value or whatever it is. Because when you take the time to entertain these type of people, they will bring issues to you, because if you're dating someone that is an unhealed or insecure man, he will make you feel like something is wrong with you for desiring simple things like wanting dates. He will wonder why you want that. He will wonder why you should be taken out, and he will not understand that going out on dates is important to you because he's thinking of serving himself and he would just rather be home doing something simple and free. Or if you start entertaining a man who is unsure about what he even wants in dating, he will cause you so much confusion and chaos because you will find yourself in a situation where you start to wonder if something is wrong with you. You start to wonder why you are not good enough to be loved, why you're not good enough to be treated with respect, why you're not good enough to be treated the way the other lady is being treated. But this is because you were not selective in the dating stage and you didn't recognize somebody that was a red flag and you entertained them, you gave them a chance. I just want to hear what he has to say, and then next thing you know, you're actually with this person. So be selective, learn to walk away. The moment that you see a red flag, the moment you see a low value man, the moment that you see an unhealed man, walk away because it will not serve you in the end. And the final point on how to be high value while dating is to enjoy the process of dating. We've covered a lot of serious stuff and those things are important, but it's also important to be fun, to be flirty, to be in your feminine element while you're dating. Dating is fun. Getting to know somebody should be fun. And as we spoke of earlier, when you say things like, I'll know when I see it, you're being mysterious and you're letting a man be in his masculine. You're allowing him to chase you, to pursue you. You're allowing him to open doors for you, to just treat you like the princess and the queen that you are. It makes dating fun. So be sure that you're having fun, but also maintain the things that are important so that you don't accidentally find yourself with someone that is not the healthiest or someone that is not the best for you. So now we will speak about how to maintain a high value relationship, and this is for the ladies that have found their partners. And the first way to maintain a high value relationship is to be an asset and not a liability. You keep the relationship growing, and you do that by evolving and growing together. The more that you level up and the more that you become high value, by default, your partner will follow and he will also level up. And I love this point because you don't have to force your partner into leveling up. He will do it by his own decision, by observing you level up your life, level up the relationship. He will meet you at the top that you are going and he will go up with you. So an example that I can give is if you decide that you want to start taking care of your body more and you start doing things like eating healthy, exercising, and just drinking more water versus soda, all of those things. By your partner observing you, he will also start to eat healthier. He will start to exercise. It may not be as often as you do it, but it's the fact that he will start to do it. A small change is big, and the fact that you are leveling up for good, he will see you as a high value woman because he sees that you are trying to do better. You're bringing better in the relationship, like you're bringing growth, positivity, and he will view you as high value and an asset that he wants in his life. And one thing to reflect on being an addition in his life is think of what it is that you are bringing. If this man has a job, this man has his mom cooking his meals, let's say you're not living together, and this man has his own house, he has his mom cooking his meals, he has female friends so he could get some feminine energy from them. What is it that you are bringing to a man that has everything that he already needs? What are you bringing? So this is where things like your personality, your nurturing skills, your feminine energy, those are the things that will be an addition to his life, because he cannot get your personality from just anybody. He cannot get your nurturing skills, your wisdom, your kindness, your loyalty. He cannot get that from just anybody. It's from you, because you are unique. So try to think of things that you can add into this man's life, adding things like peace, adding things like wisdom, like we spoke. And one more point that I want to add on maintaining a high value relationship is that high value women are not walking around with the attitude of entitlement. Nobody is obligated to do things for you. They're doing things out of the kindness of their heart. They're doing things because they love you. They're doing things because it makes you happy. They're not obligated to do it. So high value women have a habit of making people feel seen and heard. And when your partner does something for you, make sure that you show sincere gratitude and that you show sincere appreciation for his efforts. And also, being an addition and an asset means that you're not competing with him directly or indirectly. And this means that you're allowing him to be in his masculine energy. You're allowing him to provide and protect for you. You're not saying things like, I can do it by myself. Yes, you can, but this man is in your life to make your life easy. He's in your life to be a provider to you. He's in your life to be a protector to you. So try not to compete with him directly or indirectly. Rest in your femininity, enjoy your femininity. And with this, the example that I can give is a quote that I love, and it says, he provides the foundation, I create the warmth. He builds the house, I make it a home. He buys the groceries, I make the meal. And I love this because the roles are clearly defined. The man can be masculine because he knows his role is to make a foundation, to build the home, to buy the groceries. And you know your role is to create the warmth, is to make it a home, and to make a meal. And this is not literal. This is just for the sake of giving an example. Some men enjoy cooking. Let him cook. But this is for example purposes where I'm trying to emphasize the point of not competing. Masculine have their own power. Feminine, we have our own power. Together, we make things work. So you're not indirectly competing by trying to build a foundation when you know he, as the masculine, is supposed to build the foundation. And same way where he would not be competing with you to build the warmth when you're already doing that. So please take this quote for example purposes. I'm not saying that it's confirmed and in stone that, he has to make the meals, but just more, don't compete with a man when he's trying to make your life easy. Embrace it and then stick to your roles. Because when you're competing, it just creates unnecessary friction, and that does not make the relationship fun to be in. So the next way to maintain a high value relationship is communication. Communication is so important, and I wanted to include it in this part because it's easy when you've been in a relationship for some time and you think you know the person so well that you could just assume things, or you're so comfortable that you feel like you could just say whatever and he's here, he'll stay, he'll always be here. Same way some men think that way. But communicating is so important. Communication is such a big part of a relationship working or failing. So constantly observe how you're communicating to your partner and make sure that you're communicating with kindness and with love and with gentleness. And if you're having a heated conversation, know when to step away so that you don't find yourself saying something you regret or find yourself saying something that you cannot take back. You're better off being silent, walking away, and then resuming the conversation when you're calm and when you're in a much better headspace. And this ties into the next point, which is having emotional control. High value women maintain emotional control and know when to say something versus when to not say something. It is such a superpower to know when to be silent and when to not be silent. It will save you so many problems, so many headaches, and it's such a power move to be in control of yourself that you do not allow anything or anyone to get you out out of character, to get you out of your kindness, to get you out of your feminine aura energy, whatever it is, because you are so in control of yourself. It is such a superpower. And with emotional control, I do want to say that you will go a lot further by being kind versus being angry, especially while you're dating, because in moments of anger, there's so much that can be said that cannot be taken back, and so much can be ruined in a moment of anger. But if you're using kindness to express what it is that you want, you will get a lot further, and even the man will be so excited to do things for you because you're using kindness to communicate, you're using kindness to speak instead of using frustration or irritation. And an example that I can give is I remember watching a YouTuber some years ago. Her name is Jasmine, and she was speaking about how her husband always leaves socks or whatever it is on the floor while the laundry basket is literally right there, but he'll miss it. I guess he tries to throw it and he misses it, and it ends up on the floor, but he still won't pick it. And she said instead of being angry and being frustrated with asking, she decided to use the more fun method, and she said something like, "Oh, your poor wife, she has to walk over these stinky socks day after day, and it's just so exhausting to have to do that. It's like how does your poor wife manage to live like this? Don't you feel sorry for her?" And her husband burst out laughing and like joined her in the comical whatever. He makes it a point to remember to put the socks in the laundry basket to save his wife the trouble of having to walk over the socks. And she says ever since then he remembers to do that. And that was a much better approach than using anger, because imagine if she took the approach of, "You always leave these socks, it's so disgusting, I'm so annoyed about it, I've asked you several times, blah blah blah." Like, just imagine the friction and the tension that will cause after, because even if he picked up those socks, there's still some bitterness, there's still some hurt that's left because of the method or the approach that was used. And I did want to add another example because I love this example. There's a book that I was reading, and in the book the lady was on a date with a guy, and the guy apparently did not like her nail polish, and he made a comment about it, and her response was, "The suggestion office is closed. You can write your suggestion on a piece of paper and submit it in the suggestion box over there." And she pointed to the trash can, and the guy burst out laughing, and the way that she handled the comment led to him taking her out on another date, and they ended up getting married. So the way you handle conflict, the way you handle situations really will make or break your relationship. So try not to use anger or frustration to try to get your point across or to try to get your way, because you will get so much further with kindness. And this leads to the next point on how to maintain a high value relationship, is to stop being controlling and trying to tell your partner what to do. He is an adult, not a little kid, so treat him like an adult. Let him live his life. He's his own individual, and he has to go through his own life making decisions that he believes are good for him, as long as he is not violating you, as long as he is not disrespecting the relationship, disrespecting you. Let him make his decisions, let him make his mistakes. That's how he's learning, that's how he's growing. But you are dating an adult, so let him be, let him enjoy this life. He will love you so much for letting him be an individual, for letting him just be and not trying to control him. So instead of being controlling, try to be a support system, because when you start being controlling, you're playing the role of his mother, you're playing the role of being a parent, and he's not dating a parent, he's dating you. You are his lover, you are his partner. So instead, focus on being his support system and being his lover and not being a parent to him. And another point that I wanted to add is to not belittle or make him feel bad for messing up. We're all humans, we all make mistakes, and he probably knows he messed up. So making him feel worse for it will not place you high in his eyes, but it goes back to, again, just being a support system, being there for him because you are his partner. And the final point on how to maintain a high value relationship is to maintain your individuality. Do not lose yourself in a relationship. Do not lose yourself in your partner. This point is important because if for whatever reason your partner gets into wrong influence and he starts to mistreat you, or the relationship is just not healthy for you anymore, when you maintain your own individuality, you will have the courage and the confidence to walk away, because your partner is not your end all be all. It is so important important that you continue to maintain your friendships, that you continue to have a life outside of your partner, and that the life outside your partner is thriving just as much as your relationship is thriving. And this means continue to grow your career, continue to work on your business if you have one, continue to maintain your hobbies and your passions, continue to hang out with your friends and maintain those friendships, because those people are a support system. Those people, those hobbies, your job, all those things are who make you who you are. And chances are those things are one of the reasons that your partner fell for you, because for example, he may have been attracted to the hobby that you have. Let's say it's painting, and you're painting these beautiful images, you're painting these beautiful artworks, and he is just amazed at your ability to create something so beautiful. So it is so important that you maintain your individuality. It's so important that you continue your hobbies and doing the things that you would do if he was not in your life. These final 2 points apply to both if you're in the dating process as well as if you are already in a relationship. And the first is to maintain self-respect and dignity. Do not ever lose self-respect or your dignity to maintain a relationship or to attract a partner. High-value women know that they are worthy, know that self-respect is up there for them, and the partner that they are with will respect them. The partner that they are with will know their worth, will know their value, and they will walk away if that partner does not see their value or that partner does not begin to treat them in the ways that they deserve it. And the final point is to keep the attraction alive. I love this one because this is fun. This is what makes dating fun. This is what makes love and romance so much fun, and it's what adds the beauty to it. So you maintain the feminine masculine polarity by allowing your partner to be in his masculine and you rest in your feminine. If your partner wants to open doors for you, let him. If he wants to change the light bulbs for you, let him. Yes, you can do these things, but why not let someone make your life easy because he wants to do it? So allow your partner to be in his masculine, and when he is fully in his masculine, he is thriving because that is what he was created to do. He was created to protect and to provide for you. And in the same way that when you are fully rested in your feminine, you will thrive and it will show, and the relationship will show that as well. When you just let back and let a man chase and pursue you, you get to enjoy the relationship in the way that you are meant to enjoy the relationship. Another way to keep the attraction alive is to maintain emotional intimacy. And with this means invest in the connection that you have with your partners, to do fun things like going on dates, planning trips, and taking on new experiences that help you bond together, that you are both enjoying. And this could be fun things like having a craft date or going to an escape room or whatever it may be, just visiting a new place, but something where you're able to build a fun new memory that will help maintain the emotional intimacy that the relationship needs and that the relationship will thrive on. And finally, with keeping the attraction alive, I had to throw this in: dress up and wow him. Just throw on that dress or that outfit that just hugs your body, shows your feminine curves, and the outfit that will make his mouth drop. That will keep the attraction alive, and you will see how he will just love you in that moment. And it's just so much fun to receive that reaction. So do something fun like dress up, get your hair done, change your hair, get your nails done, whatever it may be, but just something that will wow him, that will keep the attraction alive, and something that will keep the romance and the relationship fun. And with this, if you're someone who typically does not wear leather, let's say, and you surprise him by wearing a leather skirt that just hugs all your curves, see how he will be so wowed by that, because one, this is something you don't typically do, and he will just be so taken back by this new person that's in front of him, and she looks good on top of that. Oh my gosh. So just try to do fun things like that. And this is just one example I'm giving, but just do fun things that will wow him, fun things that will show your appreciation for him, and fun things that will keep the romance, fun things that will keep the relationship alive, and fun things that will keep the attraction alive. And to close the video, I wanted to leave you with 4 questions that you can reflect on. Since we are talking about being high value in dating, in relationships, whichever stage of life you may be, I wanted to leave you with 4 questions that you can reflect on. And these are the questions. What am I adding to this man's life? Or what will I add to my future partner's life? In what ways am I not allowing a man to protect or provide for me? In what ways am I not showing self-respect or self-worth in dating or my relationship? Am I being predictable? Because being predictable leads to boredom, and it also leads to little effort because it's already predictable what the outcome will be. So try to add a spark, try to add something fun by not being too predictable. And that's why I added this question. So I hope this video was fun. I enjoyed creating it. I enjoyed the process of researching, and I enjoyed speaking to you, meeting with you to have this fun conversation. And I really hope that it was helpful in whatever stage of dating that you are. And I will see you in the next video.
Thank you again for watching my video. I wanted to say, take a moment to check out my online jewelry store, Pretty Dainty. It is faith-based jewelry that is both elegant and beautiful, and when you wear it, it is a reminder of God's love and His promises for us and His plans for our lives. I will link the website below, and happy shopping with lots of love, Nia.